Hello, how you guys doing? It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video. Last video I had was a little over 10 months ago when I had the HP Omen. I don't usually go for pre-builds, but I had to because of a GPU shortage. And I wasn't happy buying GPUs at scalper prices. I ended up paying like $640 for a RTX 2060. I ended up selling it and bought a RTX 3060 for like 800. So I ended up selling the whole system because it had like really bad thermals and stuff. I had an i9 10850K and it was overheating, throttling, and ended up buying an Arctic 120 cooler for it, and still didn't help. So I was tweaked around so much, and whatever I could do in the Intel Extreme Tuning utility still. And I tried to pre-build the system. Prices were crazy, so I ended up buying an Alienware. I've had that ever since, and I've made so much upgrades to it. Before I get rid of it, I thought I should make some video for those who, this is the Aurora A9. It came with an i7 9700K. I ended up swapping it for an i9 9900KF. And I ended up putting also 32 gigs of G.Skill 3200 megahertz memory. 32 gig each DIMM is 8 gigabyte. And so I ended up removing on hard drive that comes here 1 terabyte. I put a 120 millimeter fan, intake fan, that helps so much to get the air for the AIO. This one came with just the regular heatsink. So what I ended up doing, I sold the system with the Arctic 120 cooler, and I used the HP Omen because the Arctic 120 cooler, the water pipes, these pipes come out through the middle. So when you close this one, it would actually hit, even though I made a way to make it work, but still, it just, it was overheating too much because of this was bending too much. So I ended up using the HP one, and then I sold the other one with the Arctic cooler, so that one worked out for me. And this one is an RTX 2070 Super. It's really, really good and very, very powerful, much faster than the RTX 3060. Not much faster, but it is faster. And I ended up putting a fan here. This one goes, it blows air from the outside because it has holes here, so we can, intake air for the GPU. And this exhausts all the hot air. I ended up cutting one of these slots here. See, because this would come right here and cover all these holes, and that actually helped improve so much of the performance of cooling down the GPU. This is a blower type of GPU, so you need to do your best to make it efficient, cooler. So this one plus this, and little tweaks in the MSI afterburner, cranking up the fan, not making it too loud. It helped reduce, the temperature by at least 10 Celsius. So, which is really good. This is because this actually kind of covers all these two lines here, as you can see. So that's actually having the air not being blown out and goes back into the GPU. And this is why I wanted to show you guys before I get rid of it. So you put a fan there. There's a fan here, but this one usually there's a hard drive. So if you remove that one and you put a 120 millimeter fan here, and that helps all that if you have an AIO, or even if you don't, for just the heatsink, it helps a lot to lower down your temperature. And I do have two SSDs in there, 2.5 SSDs. And this is what it looks like. I tried so much tweaking to make it, run. You would run into thermal throttling. You would run into so much things with this motherboard. This motherboards are really nice. You have so much USBs, so much ports, 4 USBs in the front with Type-C. But it's not like having a robust motherboard where you can do all the tweakings and overclocking into the BIOS. So I'm going to end up removing the CPU, the memory that I bought, and the GPU, and everything else I'm just going to get rid of. And I'm going to go for I went for the NZXT case. That's the case. I just showed you this. And that's the hard drive that I took out. And I'm going for the Cooler Master ML240L RGB. And so stay tuned, to show you guys my upcoming video when I swap this stuff into this. I'm just waiting for the motherboard, and this is my 34-inch 3440 by 1440 Lenovo. It's 144 hertz 1 millisecond. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe, and for more upcoming videos, take care. Bye bye.